going to do it over the bucket. So this is our end result. This is the colouring page you voted for us to do today. We haven't got a set colour palette, so we'll be using these swatch cards to help us pick our colours in real time. We're starting with VO20. For today's question of the video, I was wondering what your favourite colouring book that you own is. You can let me know in the comments below. For me, I would probably say Little Corner by Coco Wyo. I've had the most fun doing it. I've only just started this one, Cozy Cuties, and I really enjoy doing it at the moment. So I think that could be a close second. I like how the pages are a lot smaller. We've got YR4 and we'll be using it for some of the banners. We'll use YR3 and either do stripes or flowers, I'm not sure yet, but we'll do some little design. We're using GY7 for a bit of a pastel green. Hopefully this shade works for the trees and some of the green details on the canvas on the floor. And we'll make the paint coming out of this little pot green as well. And maybe one of the sheets. cute. Now we've got RV030, and I normally don't do full-on pastel pages, so I don't even know if I'm choosing the right colours for this or how it's all going to look in the end, but I am interested to try and challenge myself to not add a super vivid colour and see what we can get. But I may need to add a few. I feel like it will look way too flat if I don't add some brighter colours somewhere. I have no idea where I'm going with this. We're gonna switch that pastel pink out with RP6 instead. I wasn't really loving how flat the pastel colours were looking, so I'm gonna add some vivid colours, guys. I can't do just pastel. And I'm going in with RP3 to add some shadows. And we're using GY4 to add some depth to the trees and any like grassy details that we've got going on. And I can do like maybe a nice zigzag for this one. And I'll use it to add some shadow too. Perfect. We're using Y2 for the sun in the painting and the little ducky as well. And add a little yellow brush, could be nice. We're using YR250 for the little doggy on the chair. We're using YR260 to add some shading to the little main character. We're using R120 to add some pink cheeks and some cute little details. We're okay. Very pigmented. Okay, I'm thinking of doing like a little rainbow still here. I'm just gonna grab lots of random different colours and just add them to the little puddle spill that we've got going on here. So just any blue, and then we'll do an orange. That was a bit darker than I expected. We'll go back to a pinky purple. Do green. And then a more proper orange. And a yellow. And then we'll end with a purple. Yeah, just something different to be fair. And then the lighter purple that we used for the curtains. A powder pink, or like a pale cherry pink, or even this colour, Sardonyx R110 would probably work on the floor and the walls, so I might do that. We've got R110 for the floor. Okay, so I think, oh, missed a little gap. That's all the floor. So maybe we complete more floor items first. I don't know if this shows on camera properly, but this is like a pinky colour. I feel like on camera it's looking a bit browny. But it's like a very warm pink. We'll use R21 to add shadows on the floor. Might need a deeper colour. Let me try and grab a slightly brighter colour if I can find one. We'll try and use R9, which is Pastel Rose. Yeah, I think that could work. And then I'll probably just carry that colour on so that it's the walls of the room. I actually really like that. And then maybe let me do this for me. Yeah. So for the wooden areas, we're going with YR2 and YR5, starting with the YR2. I think this colour has to be my go-to, like wooden brown colour. I might bring yellowish brown into this actually. So YR260. I think this might be a bit too harsh to start with straight out of the gate. We're using YR240 to do some lighter wood areas. I think this will create a nice contrast so it's not all dark wood. I think we'll make the center of this cute. We'll use that really light purple color again. We'll do Y4 as the base and then add some details with Y3 sort of to match the banner at the top. I think that would be quite nice. I do like that little pink glitter vibe. Could make the pot glittery as well. I think that's the vibe. It's cute. And then for the bucket, I'm kind of feeling that really bright pink again. So we've got RP6 and I'm just gonna do it over the bucket. And then for the walls in the house, I am thinking to use this to add the lines around. That actually works. Okay, and then we'll use RV030 for this little egg. And I think a little green near the bucket would be cute. We can do the tips of the paintbrushes here green because there's a green paint nearby. And then I'll use that same RV030 again for the brush in this pot. And for the sunset, we're doing Y1 going into Y4 going into Y070, starting with Y1. And we'll match the sunset from this and that as well. So we'll practice it down here. So that's Y1. And then we'll go into Y4. And then YR070. Okay, and that looks pretty. And we can also add a little bit of YR3 for a bit of deeper orange near the top. was thinking of adding a few more glittery touches because why not? So add a sparkly sky as always. We start with the little dots and then we do some of the more starry sparkles. Cute. And then I thought this little ribbon would be quite cute as glittery. And I'll add P4 for the darker dots of the glitter. Okay, I think that's cute. And then to make the little pot darker, we'll use RP6 to make the glitter look more solid. And same with our little wrapping paper. And with green, we'll grab maybe G170. I think that's a bit warmer, so G170. Just gonna emphasize the details. And I'll add some little yellow flowers on the ground of this one. There we go. And that's looking more like a painting. And lastly, I'll use, trying to think, maybe YR250 to just add some shadows. Then I'll go in with YR260 just to deepen those shadows a little bit more. I hope I'm not overdoing it, but I feel like this little egg should be glittery as well. Yeah, I think that makes it look quite fun. And then I'll grab that vivid pink to do the darker glitter dots. And if we're going for a glitter theme, the paint might as well be glittery too. amazing. I love that. That works. So this is our end result. Thank you so much for colouring along with me. This was a bit of a quirky one. I was trying to start off with a bit of pastel. We ended up taking a completely different route, but I'm happy with how it turned out. I thought it was just fun. I didn't really have a colour palette in mind. So this was just super relaxing to try and see what we could create off the top of our head. And if you enjoyed this little colouring session, hopefully I'll see you in the next one and we can keep these cozy colouring vlogs going. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for all the support and all the encouragement you continue to show me. And just thank you so much for being a part of our cozy community. And I'll see you for the next colouring vlog that we have.